holding meetings with anyone so that wrong message does not go. So this is the advice that Prime Minister gave to the other ministers ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. And in fact, the Prime Minister also conveyed to his team, go and win the upcoming polls and we will meet again very soon. So these were the messages which were conveyed from the Prime Minister to the other ministers. CNN News 18's Payal Mehta is now joining us with more details of this last Council of Ministers meeting which was held yesterday. Payal, over to you.
Yes, Anjali, this meeting was held yesterday at the Sushma Swaraj Bhavan and went on for a good 8 hours, during which 1 hour long is what the Prime Minister really spoke. The Prime Minister spoke about the achievements of the government, the focus on the welfare of the common man, over the last 10 years, the kind of work that has happened to Viksit Bharat. And the Prime Minister went on to say that Viksit Bharat is going to be the central scheme as the country is looking up to reaching the time when India reaches 100 years, and which is, of course, in 2047, because that was the theme of the meeting yesterday. So deliberations happened on what would be done in 100 days of the next government, etc. But the Prime Minister made a couple of very important points. He said that Viksit Bharat is going to be a journey and it will be focused on the next budget, which the government will present in June. Also, very importantly, since the elections are around the corner, the Prime Minister once again advised his colleagues to stay away from controversies, to not speak on issues which are not concerning the department or themselves, and also said that whenever the opposition tries to target you, answer them back by saying that this is the work that the government really has done, and be very careful with your meetings, because you should not be sending a wrong message, you should not be creating any controversy. And that's very reflective, because in the recent, also when the BJP announced that list, Anjali, a lot of controversial names and a lot of controversial leaders were left out of that list, which clearly tells you that the focus will be on good governance, bringing in good faces, fresh faces, etc. And the most important thing, and the last thing the Prime Minister really said, जाइए जीत के आइए और हम जल्द ही मिलेंगे, which means go win your election and we'll come back and we'll meet pretty soon. So that's the kind of confidence that Modi's been able to exuberate. He's spoken a number of times about the focus as far as his government is concerned. And at one point in time, when the opposition parties are still struggling with their seats, still struggling with their alliances, here is Narendra Modi-led BJP, which is has not only released 195 seats for the upcoming Lok Sabha election, but has already drawn up a plan for the next government that is going to be formed, mid this year.
Well, absolutely, Payal. Two important points which you made that show that how confident the BJP is. First, that they also discussed about the budget that will be introduced in June. Viksit Bharat scheme will be a part of the budget. And secondly, the last line that Prime Minister said that we will be meeting soon clearly shows the kind of confidence the BJP has as far as the Lok Sabha polls are concerned.
Well, absolutely. On multiple occasions, including during his speech in Parliament, also the Prime Minister said कि जब मेरी सरकार आएगी तो हम ये करेंगे तो हम वो करेंगे. So that is something which the Prime Minister tells you that he has the confidence that we are going to come back. Even during the Parliament speech, the Prime Minister said that it's not my fault if the opposition has decided to sit on the opposition benches, and probably some of them want to sit in the visitor gallery from next time onwards. So that's what the Prime Minister's essential theme has been. And here he has told his colleagues to focus well and win the election. In fact, he even made a mention that it was his decision to ask Rajya Sabha MPs and Rajya Sabha ministers to contest elections, and that has been done. And you've seen so many Rajya Sabha MPs and ministers contesting in the upcoming elections, whether it is Sarbananda Sonowal, whether it is Mansukh Mandavia, Purushottam Rupala, all of these leaders are in the electoral fray from the Rajya Sabha. So that's the kind of a message that he's really sent. Viksit Bharat has been has been at the center of the government. You've seen the Viksit Bharat Yatra, which has been going on for the last couple of months. The response has been tremendous. That response will continue. Viksit Bharat, in fact, talks about reaching out to the beneficiaries who are of the back of the beyond, and reaching out to every beneficiary. So that's something which is going to be reflective in the budget, which Nirmala Sitharaman, hopefully, if she remains remains the finance minister next time, will be presenting, or any other finance minister will be presenting when the government presents its full budget in the month of June. So Viksit Bharat is going to be the center of the entire focus. And I remember a couple of Council of Ministers, a couple of meetings earlier in the Council of Ministers, the Prime Minister again had told his cabinet colleagues to focus on exhausting each and every penny as far as the central government schemes are concerned, to make an exhaustive use of the funds that were available for the central government schemes, and to reach out to the last mile delivery, reach out to the last beneficiary in the line, because that's the central theme of the BJP-led NDA government.
All right, Payal, thank you so much for all those details.